area, it is accounting. It is which one? Accounting. Accounting has many branches. Accounting has many branches. One is financial accounting. Second is cost accounting. Third one is management accounting. Fourth one is social responsibility accounting. Then last one is human resource accounting. These are the different branches of accounting. Like law, we have one particular law or multi laws. We have got civil laws, criminal laws. Under civil laws, we've got Contract Act, Sale of Goods Act. So many branches are there, Same way in accounting, there are so many branches. Like in law, okay, I take the example of law because you are legal students, okay. So whether contract law will deal with how to register a company, whether Contract Act will deal with how to register a company, whether Partnership Act will deal with how a consumer can file a case. No. So each law has its own scope, Same way, each accounting has its own scope. Everything is a law. Here also everything is accounting, but what do we do in that accounting is a different one. For example, let us take financial accounting. What do we do in financial accounting? This includes company accounts also. For a non-corporate entity, we call it as financial accounts. For a company, it is called as what? Company accounts. Company accounts, financial accounts, what is the difference? No difference. Okay, bookkeeping, accounting, everything is same. Okay, if you are appointed as an accountant in a company, what is your objective? Team of accountants at the end of the year, what they should give? Number one, tell me what is the financial result? Is it a profit or what? Loss. I want to know. Second is I want the financial position. Give me balance sheet with assets and liabilities. With which one? Assets and liabilities. So first branch of accounting deals with only two aspects. Which aspect? What happened in the past? Is it a profit or loss? What is my assets and liabilities as on a date? If I do that, my job is over. If you are appointed as an accountant, will you decide whether to purchase a building or rent a building? Will you decide whether to buy X model of machine or Y model of machine? No. Why? Your scope is restricted to accounting. What is accounting? Simple. Do journal, ledger, trial balance, then prepare P&L account and balance sheet and give me. That's all your job, and that job is over. That is the scope of a financial accountant. Clear? So do you understand what is financial accounting? It deals with financial aspects of the business, recording the transactions, okay, then finding out the profit or loss and preparing what? Balance sheet. With that, the scope is over. Okay, like Partnership Act, it talks about what is a partnership, okay, what is a method of forming or framing the partnership, what is a partnership deed, rights and duties of partner, admission of a partner or dissolution of partnership, like that. The law deals with. Okay, the financial accounting deals with only this particular area. Do you understand? Second is which accounting? Cost accounting. If you are appointed as a cost accountant, what is your job? Will you find out profit or loss? Will you prepare a balance sheet? No, that is the job of which accountant? Financial accountant. It's like if you are a heart doctor, check heart only. If the patient has a kidney problem, send it to another doctor. Okay, so financial accounts can be taken as a heart. Cost accounting is not heart. It is to do with something else. What is that? Simple. He is there to find out cost per unit. It can be cost of raw material, cost of labor, cost of manufacturing, cost of producing per unit, cost of transportation per unit. If you are appointed as a cost accountant, everything is cost per unit for you. For example, let us take a garment factory. If you are appointed as a cost accountant, okay, cost of measuring per unit, cost of cutting per unit, cost of stitching, ironing, packing, okay, labeling, everything you will work out what? Cost per unit. Component wise. Unit wise also, for example, variety 1 garment, what is cost per unit? Material, labor, overheads, like that. Variety 2, okay, maybe women's garments, men's garments, kids garments. We have got different styles. For everything, what is the first one you require? Cost per unit. So why do you require cost per unit? To fix a selling price. Cost accountant is the one who fixes what? Selling price. Financial accountant is there to record actual sales. But cost accountant is the one who fixes what? What is the price at which you have to sell in the future? Minimum selling price, maximum selling price, based on the market condition. That is the second aspect. The third aspect is cost control. In the long run, if you want to be successful in business, okay, can you increase the price? Everywhere there is a competition. Everywhere there is a competition. In the long run, when you want to survive in business, go for which one? Cost control without reducing the quality. Without reducing the quality. Simple. The products that you are using today are the finest products in the world. Over a period of 1,000 years, they achieved cost control. They achieved which one? Cost control. Let us take listening to your music. Clear. Initial gramophone records. Clear. You can play only 6 songs using a big record. Now with a small chip, we can even play 10,000 songs or 5,000 videos or 1,000 movies. Okay. So simple. All these are technological innovations. Finally results in what? Cost control or cost cut. Clear. Cost of delivering is what? Coming down like anything. So this is objective of which accountant? Cost accountant. Look at the difference. Financial accountant is there to find out which one? Profit or loss and prepare which one? Balance sheet. Cost accountant is there for what? Find the cost, fix a selling price, in the long run go for which one? Cost control or cost reduction. That is the objective of which accountant? Cost accountant. Then, if you are appointed as a management accountant, what is your job? Whether management accountant will deal with finding out cost or fixing the selling price? No. What is his job? Simple. Let us take Reliance Retail, or let us take Tata Chroma or Tanishq. Okay, you take any multi-brand, large-scale corporate showrooms. Whether the MD or the owner or board of directors have visited their showrooms, whether for example, Mukesh Ambani or his sons would have visited any of the showrooms, how the sales takes place, how people are doing. Normally, when you own a business, you visit and you see. For example, if I don't come one day for Bharadwaj, I feel that the Bharadwaj will go down. Like that I feel, but they don't. How? As a owner, you have never visited any of the branches. By just sitting in the corporate office, you are able to take successful business decisions. How? Simple. It is through which one? Management accountant. Who, as the word says, management accountant, they are to help to management. They are going to help which one? Management by providing information for decision making. They provide which one? Information for decision making. Sir, what are the things? That's what you are going to learn. All these informations are provided by management accountant. They provide ratio analysis. Which branch is running at profit? Which branch is at a loss? Okay, return on investment, stock turnover ratio, debt collection period, creditors payment period. So many ratios they work out until is the branch successful or not. Whether the branch will become profitable, more profitable in the future, or will they become like red one, which will result in a loss. They predict through ratio analysis. They also give cash flow statements, like from where they get the cash, where they apply the cash. Okay, from operations, by investing in assets, okay, all those things. Okay, through the margin, we are going to see this marginal costing and decision making. What is the best price for a product? Can we accept the offer or not? When a bulk order is coming, can we accept the order or not? Okay, what is the minimum targeted price that you have to fix for a branch or a product? Everything you learn. Budgets. See, without budgets, people won't work. Okay, budget is a target. Budget is a target given for every branch or product or department. Based on that, people work. So, budgets, management accountant prepare and give it to the board of directors. Board of directors communicate the budget to what? The branches, etc. Transfer pricing, when goods move on from one place to another place, how to fix a price. So all these areas, who guide? Management accountants guide in the right way for decision making. Okay, they are the one to identify loss making branches, break even branches, profit making branches. Then how to make the loss making branches into profit making branches and run successfully. If you are not able to run, what to do? Simple, close it or transfer it, try to do modifications, merge the branches. Okay, so all these informations are given by whom? Management accountants to the board of directors or top management, so that the top management is able to decide, okay, whether how to run the business successfully. Okay, so if you look at the cost accountant and management accountant, are they doing the same job or different job? Different job. And please remember, financial account is the record which is used by whom? Cost accountant and management accountants. How cost is prepared? For example, last month, what was the manufacturing cost of this mobile or a headphone? That is recorded in which one? Financial accounts. today and in the next month, what will be the cost per unit? I will be able to work out only by looking at which record? Financial record and inflation. Past cost plus inflation will give you what? What will be the cost per unit? What will be the selling price for the future? Management accountants also, based on the financial records only, they take the data. Okay. How do you do ratio, cash flow, marginal costing, budgets and transfer pricing? They take data from which one? Financial accounts. They analyze and interpret to the top management. Okay. So simple. Financial accounts is the base based on which other two elements work. Okay. What is the next one? Social responsibility. Of course, these are the areas which are covered in your syllabus also. Social responsibility accounting. It's not part of your syllabus. It is just to discuss with, this is the area where that focuses on, for example, cost and benefit. Because of your business, what is the social cost? You are running a business, what is the cost or harm to the society? Without harming somebody, can you run business? Without harming the environment, can you run business? For example, you want to serve the society with a capital of 100 crores. Okay, you are giving free loans. You are giving free loans, interest-free loans. When you are giving interest-free loans, since you are having money, you are giving it. What about the people who are not having money deposited in the bank? The banks have to reduce the interest rates. That will affect them. Okay. Air-conditioned classes, good, but we damage ozone layer. Okay. Running Bharadwaj Institute in North Mada Street, for example, traffic congestion comes. Clear? Or we disturb other shop wallas. Small scale businesses like this. Clear? Even a petty shop person or a person who is selling the garments in the pathways is having some harm to the society. And imagine large corporates. Like for example, you extract water in an area, can it and sell it. What will happen in the water resources in that area? It will become dry. You put a borewell, extract, purify and sell. Okay, the wastewater will get contaminated, number one, contaminating that environment, as well as normal water also will get affected in that area. Okay, not only that, you are running a bleaching industry, chemical industry or iron and steel industry. Some form of pollution will harm the environment. BPP will have breathing issues, skin issues, drinking water issues, and of course, other health issues will develop. That is what is called as cost and benefit. Cost means because of you, there is a cost to the society. Because of you, there is a cost to the society. And what is a social benefit that you are going to give? You cannot, for example, you are running a bleaching factory in a rural area. That area water gets contaminated. Can you ask them to close down and go away? Then where will they run business? Simple. Number one, at least install pollution control equipment. Purify chemicals to the extent of 90-95%. 5% damage, okay. But don't damage 100%. Number one. Number two, fumes and dust in the air. Ensure that you are having chimneys, you are having proper pollution control equipments. Filter that particular thing and send it. So that, okay, instead of 100% pollution, it will become like what? 10 or 20% pollution. So, abide laws, pollution control laws. Number two, at least organize a free medical camp to the people who are living in that area. So, if you find any disturbances to them, okay, you can just give them at least medicines. And number three, adapt the villages and give them employment opportunities. They are suffering, they should be given a benefit of which one? Employment opportunities. Maybe educational facilities you can provide. Or, for example, adapting a village and maintaining the sanitation, healthcare facilities in that particular village. Or planting trees in an area which will reduce, which will give more oxygen. Okay, that will, repairing, damage is done in one area, repairing is done in what? Another area. So all these things are which one? Social responsibility accounting. Of course, what is the CSR amount the corporates have to spend now? 2% of the revenue. 2% of the revenue is recommended. Ensure that your total revenue into how much you spend. 2% for corporate social responsibility activities, which are listed by your Companies Act, by your SEBI or guidelines. It's a guideline given, right? So, are you spending this? Are you spending this at least for the benefit of the society? This is which accounting? Social responsibility accounting. Okay. Is it mandatory? Mandatory in certain Western world like UK or UAE or Australia or USA, Germany, it is mandatory. Okay, if you don't do social responsibility accounting, and give benefit to the society, then you may be ordered for close down. You may be ordered for close down. If the product is harming or if the company is harming the environment or public, without any mercy, they will close down. Okay. That is mandatory. In Japan, it is voluntary. Because for Japanese, it is not the family they talk about, it is the country they talk about. In India, you go to family, they will talk about their brother, sister, where they are employed, how much wealth they are having, how many kilograms of gold they are having, how much of investment they are having. Is that doctor is working here, there. We talk only about families. You go to Japan, they will talk only about what? Country. They will not talk about their parents or kids or relatives who are big shots, etc. Okay, so Japan, it is voluntary. What about India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Malaysia? It is neither mandatory nor voluntary. We can damage environment like anything. We can do all types of damages and write a Facebook post telling that there is a dust on the road. Okay, maybe on the dust so maybe you can write. Okay, in India, social responsibility accounting becomes social marketing, socio marketing. It's like hammam soap protecting women. Okay, and you buy Surf Excel and India will become educated. Or you buy Classmate notebooks. Actually, ITC is selling cigarettes. Okay, they also sell notebooks. You buy ITC notebooks as if all school kids are getting educated. So while buying the book, you feel that I contributed for education. So it become other notebooks are also there. They are not contributing for the thing. So let me buy this ITC notebooks or buy Surf Excel or buy this particular product. Okay, so in India, they ensure that people are empathized. People are empathized. Okay, in such a way that they buy the product through this particular social responsibility marketing, not reporting. Okay, so especially in India, I would say, for example, let us assume, maybe I'll go off the records. Let's assume Bharadwaj Institute is giving advertisement at the time in the exam centers, in the colleges, schools. Okay, you just take it and throw it. Some nonsense is given, throw it. Okay, it will not reach people. It will not reach people. Or we give some this one advertisement in Facebook. We give advertisement in certain YouTube channels or Telegram channels. Okay, chalega, leave it. Okay, newspaper advertisement, paper advertisement, nothing will work. Nothing will work. But one media will work. What media? Simple. I'll talk in such a way. I'll bring a person and he'll talk in such a way that okay, the blood donation is good for the nation, good for the people. Daily, this much of blood is required. Okay, so let me talk to CA, CMA, CA students. Okay, where about 300 students are there. Out of that, at least 100 will come for blood donation. Okay, so when you all come for blood donation, I'll bring media like Sun TV or any local channel or regional, national channel will come. They will flash it. They will flash it. Bharadwaj Institute is organizing a blood donation camp. A CA coaching center with a social responsibility, they organize a blood donation camp. Now, how much it will cost me? Nothing. Nothing. In fact, hospitals will pay me for your blood. Number one. Number two, media, will they charge me anything? No. Will it become a free marketing? Whether this marketing will reach more? Yes, this is what is social responsibility marketing in India. So actually, social responsibility accounting became what? Social responsibility marketing. So that reaches better. That reaches what? Better, much better, much better. Okay. No, leave out. That will not be tested in exam. Coming back. Okay. What is the next one? Human resource accounting. Human resource accounting. What is the human resource accounting? Simple. What is an asset? Before going for human resource accounting, what is asset? Employee may be a liability also. Seriya work padalena liability. What is an asset? Past economic benefits or future economic benefits? Past economic benefits it gave, it stopped means you will throw it. If there is no benefit, you will not keep the asset. Let's assume suddenly Indian government or globally gold is banned for trading and usage. What will happen to the gold value? Zero. Will you keep it in the house or throw it? It will have no value in the future also for sure. Now what you will do? You will throw it. You will throw it. Same way, any asset that was giving past benefit will not give future benefit means it will be thrown. Okay. And assets which are assets are called as assets only when they give what? Future economic benefits. Future economic benefits. Okay. So human resource also, for example, when you're appointed in a company, okay, you are giving current benefits to the company as well as what? Future benefits to the company. You are contributing to the company for 1 lakh now, your salary will be like 20,000-30,000 rupees. So because of you collectively, per employee on average, how much the company is earning? 1 lakh it is earning, 30,000 only it is paying. So how much the company is making per employee? 70,000 rupees. So because of the human resources, whether the company earns? Yes. Because of land, building, mission also the company earns. Because of human resource also the company earns. Why can't you show them as an asset? Human resource as an asset. Why can't you show them? That is what is human resource accounting. Trying to show human resource also as what? Asset. If this chair, if this projector, if this laptop or this table can be an asset of Bharadwaj Institute, why can't be the faculty be shown as an asset in the balance sheet? We can show, right? Yes. But the problem is there are certain problems. Okay. The problem is simple. Number one, ownership. This table purchased, owned by Bharadwaj Institute. This chair or this projector is purchased and owned by Bharadwaj Institute. Ownership. But what about the faculty? Do you have title like this person is owned by Bharadwaj like that? Ownership is not there. At any time they can join, at any time they can leave. So, okay, so ownership issues are there, number one. Number two, life. Life means not life of the human resource. How many years they will work in that organization? Can you guarantee that a person joining today will work for 6 years, 7 years, 10 years? No. But can you guarantee that this table purchased will work for 5 years? Projector will work for 3 years? Yes. So life is certain for other assets, but uncertain for which one? Human resources. Because of these two reasons, you cannot record it as an asset. Okay. Why can't you show human resources as an asset? Ownership is missing. Second is life. And third one may be cost. For example, this table we buy, this chair we buy, this machine we buy. There is a price. There is a price. Okay, we conduct an interview and a worker joins a company. What is the cost of that human resource? Are you paying any cost to acquire them? You don't pay any cost to what? Acquire them. No such systems is there. They're recognized in the world. So that's why human resources cannot be shown as an asset. Cannot be shown as an asset. But human resources are valued. While purchasing and selling the company, while amalgamation, etc., human resources can be what? Valued but not accounted. So these are the branches of accounting. Every branch has its own scope. Financial accounting, we are finding out profit or loss and preparing what? Balance sheet. If it is cost accounting, find out cost per unit, fix the selling price and go for which one? Cost control. Management accounting provides information for which one? Decision making in the form of ratios, cash flows, fund flows, etc. Social responsibility accounting deals with the cost and benefit given to the society. Okay. Social costs, social benefits which are given, all those things. Human resource accounting attempts to record which one? Human resource also as an asset. What is the problem in recording the human resource as an asset? Ownership, life, and which one? Cost. So human resource is valued but not accounted. We value them, but we don't what? Account it. So this can be a multiple choice question. Either, listen, the question will be like this. The branch of accounting that deals with reporting to management for decision making is. They will give you options. Financial accounting, cost. They will give the meaning. They will ask you the title. That is one type multiple choice question. Or they can ask you, for example, cost accounting deals with. They will give you options. Then you have to choose the option. Either giving the meaning, asking for the heading, or giving the heading, asking for the correct meaning of that. So either one of the type of questions can be asked. Yes, this is one of the repeated question based on which one? Branches of accounting. Take up this, note this, then we will proceed. The same way, those who have opted for recording also, okay, I'm not giving empty videos. So whenever I'm asking you to take up the notes, maybe you can pause the video and you can take up the notes wherever it is required. Because maybe I can go out and come back for 5 minutes. Empty videos will unnecessarily occupy space. So I pause and give and record. So ensure that you're also doing that if you're accessing recording at home. Shall we? Next, as we are starting with cost accounting, there are three things that we use. There are three words that we use. One is called as cost. Second one is called as price. Third one is cost. Maybe I'll go with expenses, cost, price, and value. What do you mean by expenses? What do you mean by cost? What do you mean by price? What do you mean by value? Expense refers to amount spent. Amount spent. It talks about historical value. Talks about which one? Historical amount or historical amount spent in the past. This is more recorded in financial accounts for finding out profit or loss. For finding out which one? Profit or loss. That is expenses. Then what is cost? For example, in 2022, somewhere in, let us assume, September month, I purchased gold. I am running a gold ornament manufacturing company. 1 gram at rupees 4,500. 1 gram for how much? 4,500 rupees I purchased. Now, in Jan 2023, a customer is coming with an order. That consumes 10 gram of gold from this stock. Now, will I charge 4,500 or current market price of gold at 5,100 rupees? So while telling the customer cost of gold, will I tell the cost is 4,500 or 5,100? Now do you understand the difference? Expenses is amount spent. What is amount spent? 4,500 is amount spent. That is actual expenses. But while charging my customer, what do? I tell him that the market price is how much? 5,100. I don't tell market price. I tell cost of gold per gram is 5,100. So please understand, cost is nothing but value of resources given up for a particular objective. Wait to gold example. Let us assume I am doing interior decoration. I don't employ labor. I do it on my own. I do this flooring sheet work on my own. I buy material, will come to your home. I'll cut it. I'll put the paste and I will fix it, finish it and go. I don't have any labor. Now while putting the material, I'll put raw material sheet cost 12,000 rupees. Cost of the paste some 600 rupees. Then labor, I will put 2,200 rupees. Now do I pay somebody? No, but I put labor 2,200 rupees as a cost. Is it spent? That cost will be taken up by me. Otherwise, that is the value of my time. While doing the work. That's why value of resources may be men, material, money. Given up means spent for a particular objective. So don't see the amount spent. See the value of resources given up for a particular objective. Otherwise, there is something called as opportunity cost. For example, you have deposited money in the bank, which is giving about 8% interest. What is interest you are earning? 8%. When you withdraw and invest in a business, in a safe business, what is the return that you will expect? At least 8%. In the business, will I get 8%? Otherwise, cost of my money is 8%. Because from the alternative sources, I am earning how much? 8%. If I invest here, will I get that 8%? If you get more, you will invest. Otherwise, you will not invest. Simple. Value of resources here is value of money. Given up means simple. Taken from FD, invested in a business for the purpose of doing a business. For the purpose of doing which one? Business. That is what is which one? Cost. So cost talks more about what? The value of resources used for getting a particular objective. The objective can be manufacturing a product, running a business, rendering a service. It can be anything. So which has a wider meaning. Expense has a small meaning, amount spent, that's all. But cost has which one? Wider meaning. It is amount spent as well as you have to see the value of that resource today. Okay, I'll give you one more example. I purchased a cloth rupees 200 per meter that is there in the stock. What is the cost of the cloth? 200 rupees per meter. That is slightly going out of fashion today. Now, if you purchase today, current market price of the cloth is rupees 120. When a customer is coming to my showroom, will I say cost is 200 per meter or 120 per meter? 120 per meter. Why? Because that is the value of resources today. That is the value of which one? Resources today. So amount spent is sunk. Sunk means past. Clear? That is not relevant for your costing. That is not relevant for your costing. Many people used to say, I purchase this for 5 lakhs. I purchase this for 5 lakhs. If you sell it today, it will go for 1 lakh. If you sell it after 1 month, it will go for 10,000 only. Okay. So expenses is amount spent. Clear? Cost is what you give up for a particular objective. What is the price? The price may be purchase price. The purchase price or a selling price. The word used by retailers. Who uses the word? Okay, maybe wholesalers and retailers, or we can combine them in the form of traders. Those who buy and sell the goods, they will use the word what? Purchase price and selling price. The traders will include both wholesalers as well as retailers. Cost is the word that is used by manufacturers. Cost is the word that is used by manufacturers. This is used by financial accountant for ascertaining profit or loss. For ascertaining which one? Profit or loss. Who uses the word? Financial accountant uses the word. Okay, this is a price. The traders normally they will not talk about cost. The price at which they buy and price at which they what? Sell. What about value? Simple. Level of satisfaction. Consumer. Level of satisfaction derived by a consumer. The word used by consumers. For example, is it worth for this price or not? We decide, then we buy. Whether this material is worth for 300 rupees. If we see that yes, there is a value, we buy. Otherwise, we don't buy. For example, if I make a chart for this, okay, if I take this as cost, price should be above the cost. Price should be above the cost. Why? Without profit, nobody can run business. Without profit, nobody can run the business. The profit will be enjoyed by whom? Manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers. Clear? Whether all the profit goes to manufacturer? No. Manufacturer will have some profit share. Wholesaler, then retailer, then distribution channels like that. So, without profit, the business will not be continued. How long you can run the business at a loss? Temporary, it's okay. But permanently, there is a profit element that is required. Then, above all, there should be a value. Above all, there should be a value. For example, I pay, let's assume 100 rupees for a product means I should get at least more than 100. Let us assume 120 is the value. What is the value? 120. What is the price? 100. So, simple. The difference we call it as consumer surplus. The difference we call it as consumer surplus. What is a consumer surplus? You enjoy more value than the price paid by you. That is called as what? Consumer surplus. When the consumer surplus is not there, customer will not buy the product. So in the channel, everybody should get the profit. Okay, what is the profit for the wholesaler manufacturer? Simple. I manufacture for 80, I sell for 100. That is a profit. What is the benefit for the consumer? Value of the product is 120, but I pay only 100 for that. So there is a worth. I buy. So when this profit link continues, the product will be there for a longer run. Otherwise, it will be there only for a shorter run. It will be there only for a shorter run. So always, what should be the lowest? Cost should be the lowest. Next, price. Next comes what? Value. Value should be the highest one. Value should be the highest one. Okay. Now I request you to take up this. The word expense are used by financial accountants. The word cost is used by manufacturers. The price is used by traders, who shall be wholesalers or retailers. Value level refers to level of satisfaction derived by a consumer. In economics, you call it as utility. Utility should be more than the price. That is called as consumer surplus. Price should be higher than the cost. Otherwise, cost should be within the price. Only then there is a profit for manufacturers and which one? Traders. So now we know the meaning of cost. Value of resources given up for a particular objective. Okay. Shall we? Listen. There are certain basic terms that you have to understand. Now we're getting basic terms. Already we know the meaning of which one? Cost. We know the meaning of which one? Cost. Cost object. What do you mean by cost object? Simple. Anything that requires measurement of cost. Measurement of cost is known as which one? Cost object. It shall be product. It shall be a branch. It shall be a department. Okay. It shall be a batch of production. Or it can be for rendering services. For example, you are going to render some company secretarial or secretarial services to me. Will you charge the same fees for all the clients? It depends on the volume of work. It depends on which one? Volume of work, time to be involved, and risk is involved. A success of winning versus losing, value or turnover of the company. So many parameters you look in, right? So anything that is requiring a separate measurement of cost, we call it as which one? Cost object. So simple. In case of service, every client becomes a cost object. Every client becomes a cost object. Okay. For example, in case of hospital, every patient is becoming like a cost object. Okay. For example, a person comes with cardiac issue, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Do you charge the same amount of fees for all the 6 patients on the same day? No. Okay. What is the basis of calculating the cost? Every patient becomes a cost object, right? So for patient number 1, we work out the cost. Cost of, for example, analysis, cost of scanning or cost of MRI or whatever, then cost of procedures to be done, cost of pre-procedures to be done, how many days to be staying in the hospital, how many doctors to be involved. That will be different from patient 2 who may be suffering from other side problems, okay, extra problems, So, and number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Number 6 may come without any problem also, but we'll make it problematic because he's having money. Okay. So you don't have a problem, but if you do this, this problem will not come. What to do? It will cost you 1 crore. The person will be ready to pay because he is having 1,000 crores. 1 crore spending for health doesn't matter for him. So you will spend. So many parameters are taken into consideration for the purpose of which one? Cost object. It is simple. Sometimes, okay, when the husband and wife sit together and talk, the problem will be solved. When it goes to the lawyer, sometimes lawyers do not want the case to be solved because they will lose the fees, So you prolong the case so that per appearance you can charge 20-30,000. I had seen couples having 50 lakhs balance before they appear for a divorce. Then once 10th or 20th time they appear, okay, that will become 1 lakh. Thereafter you don't even need a divorce. You cannot pay or you cannot take. Clear? So simple. So sometimes, cost object requires what? A separate measurement based on the various parameters. Parameter will be different. Same jobs, identical jobs will come, but the price will be different. Okay. That is which one? Cost object. Okay. So now, for example, I order a chair. The chair becomes a cost object for you. I order for interior decoration. That interior decoration work becomes a cost object for you. You construct a house for me. The house becomes a cost object for you. Clear? So for the operator or manufacturer or service provider, anything that you require a measurement of cost, we call it as which one? Cost object. Cost object. Then cost unit. Cost unit. Simple. Scale used for measuring the cost. Scale means a method. Method used for which one? Measurement. Method used for measurement. Okay. That is which one? Cost unit. Cost unit. This can be a meter. This can be a liter. This can be square feet. This can be cost per kilogram, or this can be cost per hour. Okay. This can be cost per unit. This can be cost per kilometer. It can be cost per passenger. Okay. Depends on what type of industry that you operate. Clear? In case of hotel, they do cost per day. All these are method of which one? Measuring the cost. That we call it as which one? Cost unit. It again depends on the nature of business that you run. Clear? So do you understand what is a cost object? What is a cost unit? Next. Cost center. I'll continue this in the next session. In the next session, that is tomorrow.